Well, the European Union wants to set new ground rules for competing in the digital economy. The new proposals out today are largely focused on AI. High-risk applications like healthcare, transport, law enforcement, and biometric identification would face more stringent regulations, and that includes greater transparency in the data sets and methodology, explicit notifications to users, and a guarantee of human oversight. Meanwhile, the EU also wants to create a single market for data. Officials plan to lay out a framework for governance, pooling information and resources into what they call an ecosystem of excellence. Now, Europe believes that it has the upper hand in industrial data. It wants to attract 20 billion euros of investment every year over the next decade in just AI. And the reason these moves are being so closely watched is that once they are adopted, the rules will apply to companies that operate in the EU but are headquartered elsewhere, like Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Apple. So Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been trying to get out in front of these issues. He was in Brussels this week meeting with EU officials, and he's tried to focus the conversation on content moderation. But there's a lot of skepticism in the EU that the major platforms will step up on that issue or on any other. As Competition Commissioner Margaret Vestager told our colleagues at CNBC Europe, the EU believes that big tech has a special responsibility. Guys.
Elon, thank you for bringing us the latest out of Europe, which we know has been, pretty aggressive versus the U.S. in terms of moving forward with some of these regulations. That being said, today also the Justice Department hosting this workshop to look at the law known as Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which is the law that protects online platforms from liability for their users' posts and the like. What is the latest on that as well?
Yeah, this is known as Big Tech's liability shield, and the Attorney General, Bill Barr, actually had very strong criticism of this law. He said that basically the law is not only shielding big tech, but it's also shielding the bad guys on the internet. He said the law has been expansively interpreted, and that means that platforms are blinding themselves to what he said is illegal conduct on their platform and hiding behind this law to get away with it.